At what point was it that you was able to start to get some cash flow from the source, and you were like, okay, I'm glad as hell I invested in this shit.
That
early.
was it for the streets. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I didn't have to do it no more.
Yeah.
Once that was like around 98, 99. That was it. We started making so much money. I mean, we had to be in our heyday of within those 3 to 4 years. We was almost making over $1 million a month from advertising. So I'm a nigga from the hood.
Come on.
And, I wasn't getting that money.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing good for myself, but I wasn't getting that money. Not even close. So
come on.
I didn't understand money.
Yeah.
Having that money, I just knew that I had a bunch of people to help.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of people that was back in Boston that needed assistance.
Yeah.
And man, I could do whatever I wanted to do. And I took a group of guys around the world. And it just was, I never even had an office at the source. I'd go in on Dave's couch, smoke, and then we'd have meetings. And from those meetings, Dave was the administrative, and I was out there in the jungle.
Oh.
And that's what made the source big and what it was. Because a white man embraced somebody from the street, not like XXL,
Yeah.
all college kids, nothing against college.
Yeah.
Not like the Vibe magazine. This was something where the guy who actually, we're partners, a street kid and a kid from Harvard grouped together, and a kid that's in the streets and knows the street life.
Exactly.
And the authenticity which brings to this game, so that people can understand that, because we don't want no fake shit at that point. Our shit's authentic. That's what made the source what it was. And Dave knew my strengths and I knew his, and he used to just pick my brain, and I just come up with just amazing ideas and amazing, concepts. And that's how we worked together. And I started learning more about the business, the administrative, and then that's where, I really understood my strengths in the magazine.
At that time, though, Benzino, the source controlled the pulse of the culture, though.
Yeah.
How were you wielding that power out here, having to be the face of the source in the streets at the same time, knowing that 5 mics could make you or break you?
Gift and a curse.
Talk to me.
The 5 mic system is what made the source its Bible, and I respect it. But be high and be honest. I just don't want to keep it 100, man. What makes us individuals, right, and I always believed this at a young age, there are a few things that we're going to do that we're going to be just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But the few things that make us individual is your ability to like the type of music that you want to like.
Facts.
That you want to like.
Yeah.
And I always felt like a bunch of people rating music and you believing in their word, not that not that it couldn't be that people could rate your music and they understood what was not good and what was good, and you go buy it because they say it's good. I just always want to just, the whole experience of music is being able to listen, to judge for yourself.
Yeah.
If every time you listen to somebody judging something, you go for their thing, and even though it might be good, then you're taking away the biggest thing that you were born with, and that's individuality.
Yeah.
God gave us, and that's why we are of one culture,
exactly,
but we're different.
Come on.
And you should be able to have that, so you're just not walking amongst many and just being amongst many. Not being a follower, not being just a part of what everybody's a part of. Just be yourself. It's good to be yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I never judged anybody's music. I never was a part of rating anybody's music.
Mm-hmm.
I do realize that was one of the things that people loved about the source.
Yeah.
And I do realize that artists, and this is where the curse came in, because they would think that I'm there rating that shit. And that couldn't be furthest from the truth. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever got 5 mics, they got 5 mics, and whoever got, I never believed into it, because at that point hip hop was starting to be territorial.
Yeah.
So certainly if you're listening to New York and I remember in the Source van one time when me and Ghostface Killer first got, this is a true story.
Yeah.
We was riding with my man Usman. Usman was the mobile marketing, head of mobile marketing. We had vans around the country. These dualies that we came up that Usman put together with big ass speakers.
That's
and
crazy.
Rapping them and getting advertisement. We'd go to these different functions. So we're in the van, and Ghostface, they had Wu-Tang, can it all be so simple? So he's playing that, but then I said, okay, let me put this in. I put the Diary in, a Scarface. So he was liking it, but he didn't know who it was. He was like, yo, who's that, son?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this Scarface. And he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But that showed me that right now, like, if you from New York, you probably never even heard that, so you might not like that. That doesn't make it. That doesn't mean it deserves 2 or 3 mics. You know, because you never. You know what I'm saying? Shit, there's a whole group of people who love that shit.
Exactly.
And at that time, the Source was nationwide, so you got to be careful with that shit. And there was a lot of people who were upset because of their. You know, Nori was a good friend of mine. He said, "Man, yeah, man, I didn't like you for a long time because I thought you was the one." I said, "Nah, nigga, I don't even." You know, so
I ain't have time to do it.
Praz, another one.
Yeah.
Came up to me and like, yeah, man, I really didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, my nigga. And they was like, yo, you a real ass nigga. I said, yeah, I'm that, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had you all wrong. I get a lot of that. I had you all wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I understand it, but and I explained to him, not too long of a thing, because sometimes you take insult to that, because I'm still a street nigga.
Yeah.
So what you mean you didn't like me? I don't give a fuck who you like. You know what I'm saying? But I still got to be Source guy, so I got to sit there and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but that was it. Again, you're doing a great interview, because that was really my biggest, you know, thing with the Source, was that I'm getting blamed for the 5 mic shit.
Yeah.
If they didn't get what they wanted, I'm to blame. So.